The GTA 6 map looks absolutely massive, and we know that from the information we're able to gather from the trailer, as well as details we can also piece together from the leaks that happened back in 2022. And now, since the trailer has come out, we have our most up-to-date look at what the Grand Theft Auto 6 map is going to be. It's version 0.030 of the Vice City mapping project. And I'll give you guys an overview of the changes that were made, and then we'll dive into it. This is obviously a much bigger visual update this time, with loads of information from the trailer, including completely overhauling the Gator Keys region, adjusting the Leaf Links Island and the tennis area to align with some of the landmarks around it, also adjusting the port to better align with the buildings and landmarks. Vice Beach in the sand area also got an update to fit with what we saw in the first trailer. More buildings and names were added alongside Ocean Drive based on the Rockstar Games official artwork. The downtown area of Vice City was mapped out more, and connected roads based on what we saw in the trailer. A Fisher and Ferry Island was added, as well as Brickell Key, and in-game building names are now yellow to stand out from in real life building names. So let's start at the very top of the map, where we have places like Ambrosia, Ekin-Fanaca, Lake Leonida, Red Hill, the Red Hill Forest, Hank Hill, Yorktown, and the Bocamar Bridge. And I know what you guys are saying right now. There's no mountains in Florida. Yes, I understand there's no mountains in Florida, but there are various hills and different levels of elevation. In fact, I actually think we see that in the very final shot of the trailer when Jason and Lucia are like breaking down the doors of the convenience store that they're actually robbing. So I do think there is going to be some elevation. It's not just going to be completely flat. Yes, we are in the state of Leonida, but that doesn't necessarily mean that all of it has to be inspired by the state of Florida. There might be some references to Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, all states that border Florida in real life. Now, as far as Lake Leonida, I don't think we actually saw that in the trailer, with the potential of one instance. We actually spotted a lake with some mountains behind it in one of the very first opening scenes when Lucia is talking to that counselor, Stephanie, in jail. There's a picture behind her. That's just my own pure speculation. Maybe that's Lake Leonida. Maybe it's something entirely different. But anyways, let's get back to the map. Going down a little bit further south, you've got Port Gellhorn, which we saw as a confirmed location in the GTA 6 trailer. There's a handful of different things here, including the Port Gellhorn Motel, which is where we know Jason and Lucia actually end up hiding out after one of their first couple of robberies. We see this happening in the trailer. Around there is something called the Domed Hills, the gas station store, a taco restaurant. We know that there's Hank's Waffles Diner nearby, including a car wash, a water tower, a tall chimney, and an Easy Inn motel. Now, Port Gellhorn also looks to have an industrial area, as well as another place called Gellhorn Bluff, and then something called the Port Gellhorn Raceway. Now, I don't know if the Port Gellhorn Raceway is what we saw in the trailer with the Thrill Billy Mud Club. That might be something entirely different, but there was lots of little cars racing around all over the place. That might be the case. Now, Port Gellhorn is where Leonida's state prison is, and that would make sense considering that's where Lucia also committed one of her first early on crimes. Now, let's move on down south a little bit more as we get closer to Vice City. There's lots of areas here, including Vice Beach itself, North Beach, South Beach, a downtown area, a port area, Leaf Links, Little Haiti, Rock Ridge, and the Vice City International Airport, as well as a couple of set of islands like Sunset Island, Venetian Islands, Fisher Islands, and Brickell Key. Now, connecting all of these are a series of highways like I-97, A1, I-77, and Route 40. Now, on Vice Beach itself, there's a handful of establishments that we were able to see from the trailer and from the artwork, including the Hotel Dixon, the Ocean View Hotel, the Boardwalk Hotel, Hotel Fortune, Atlantis Hotel, Seahorse, and the Cordelia. All of those things we can see in the trailer as well as in the in-game artwork. And one of the big things that was identified is we know we're also going to have one major airport, and that is Vice City International Airport, that can be seen in the trailer with the giant Vice sign. And as we move a little further down south, we can see another confirmed area, Hamlet. This was confirmed with the crazy dual-wielding hammer lady. And this also gets us closer to like the Florida Everglades, which might be called the Gator Keys. We saw this in one shot where we had the Dodo seaplane flying above. This is also where that Fat Albert plane is in the very distance. I think this is going to be a really cool area area of the map. I feel like there's a lot of secrets and mysteries to be explored there. It's probably one of the first places I am going to go, at least if we're able to access that at the very beginning of the game. And while that map was mostly created by Dupzor and company, there was another individual, Fido Le Muet, who created an evidence-based map of basically the downtown Vice City area. I'll put that on the screen for you guys right now so you can check it out. This, of course, is a very early on map, but it gives you the idea of the shape of Vice Beach, the hotels that we could identify on Ocean Drive, the Venetian Islands, all the buildings that you can see up and down the shoreline. And so needless to say, from what we've been able to see so far, I really do feel like the Grand Theft Auto 6 map is not only going to be bigger than what we saw in GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2, but is also going to blow every other Grand Theft Auto game out of the water. GTA 4, Vice City, and San Andreas, as well as GTA 3. In the trailer alone, we've been able to see just how many different areas you're going to be able to explore. We obviously know from our days of playing the original Vice City that the Vice City area is going to be magnificent, but the game feels like it's going to be much more than that. We've obviously got the Everglades that were shown to us a few times in the trailer. That looks absolutely magnificent. It kind of brings me back to Red Dead Redemption 2 and all the swampy areas that we were able to explore outside of Saint Denis. You've got the different neighborhoods of Vice City, like this one, for example, that's supposed to be a parody of Wynwood with all the car shows and street art. Look how beautiful this looks. Like I mentioned earlier, you've got the Gator Keys or the Florida Keys, whatever they're going to call them. Look at all these little sprawling islands out there with only a few roads that connect the islands to the mainland. This is going to be so cool to see what sort of mysteries Rockstar put out there. So needless to say, the map looks absolutely massive. And so far, what they've shown us in the trailer, it looks like every area is full of life too. That was kind of my only complaint about GTA 5's map, is that it was really big, but it felt like a lot of those areas were just giant mountains that didn't have anything for you to do but climb up them and then climb down. Red Dead Redemption 2 built on this really, really well, where the map was obviously big because it took a long time to get from point A to point B, but there was so much to fill the gaps between those sprawling cities, and that's what I would like to see here. So that's the question I'm going to leave to you guys right now. When GTA 6 gets here, based on what we've seen so far, what area of the map are you going to explore first? Or what are you going to check out? What are you going to do, and in what area? Let me know what you think in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new and you want to stay up to date on all the GTA 6 videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.